Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This time around, I'm going to be doing a review for the movie Home, which stars Jim Parsons, aka Sheldon Cooper, basically. It's basically the same person or alien life form, whatever. In this movie, has the same thing. You also have Rihanna, Stephen Martin, Jennifer Lopez, Matt Jones, Brian Stepanek, I believe is how you say his name. April Lawrence, and yeah, it's basically it for the cast. Okay, so yeah, before I begin though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual for those of you that actually watched the movie if you haven't already. Stop the video, go check it out, and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me. That never gave you fair warnings. As usual, I did. Okay, yeah. So as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So basically in this movie, you have these alien life forms, or basically aliens, who call themselves the Boov, B-O-O-V, and they decide to conquer Earth, because they believe to be the better race, as in almost every single alien movie. The catch is that they're really just trying to run away from the Grogs or Groogs, or however you say it, which is another alien race. The reason the Grogs are trying to go after the Boovs is because they have stolen something from them, known as the Shusher. Shusher. Basically, it's this rock, and inside of it has basically this thing that basically the next generation of Groogs, which they explain more towards the end of the film. So yeah, you have this. So then you have O, who's basically the fuck up of the whole Boov family or Boov race. He's basically a fuck up, but he's very intelligent, and he's exiled. He's exiled. And now he's just roaming around Earth. So until he runs into Tip, who is Rihanna basically. So he runs into Tip, and Tip wants to find her mom, who, as it turns out, she's in Australia. The mom is in Australia, and Tip, she's in New York. So now they have to get from New York to Australia, while dealing with the Grogs, all trying not to get captured and sent to jail by the rest of the Boovs and all the other stuff going around. So yeah, from the trailers, I thought this was gonna be a terrible film. I mean, in my opinion, I thought it was gonna be very bad. I thought it was gonna be very well animated. I did think it was gonna be well animated because all DreamWorks films for the most part are well animated. You know, Shrek, that's a very well animated DreamWorks movie or movie series. Yeah, that's the only other DreamWorks series I can think off the top of my head. But you know, just to give you an example, it is very well animated. Aside from that, I really didn't expect much. Maybe some decent voice acting, and that's it. I thought the writing and the script was gonna be horrible. Mostly because there's just one line in the trailer where you have O and he's dancing and he's saying, "I put my hands in the air and I just do not care." And I thought that was just a terrible line. I thought that was just one of the most dumbest lines I've ever heard in theater history, in my opinion, and it definitely is. But overall, it actually did surprise me. It's actually a pretty good movie. It's not great or fantastic. It's not as great as Shrek or any of the Shrek movies. I think if anything, it'll come close to Shrek 3. But it's not. It's okay for what it is. It's pretty good. It does have some decent voice acting. Rihanna, at times she is believable, but then there are other times where she's not really that believable, and I think that has to do with her accent. Every here and there, like every 2 or 3 scenes, her accent starts kicking in, because she's like Bohemian or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And her accent kind of kicks in, and her accent really just takes me out of it. I mean, she has a fantastic voice, but I don't really think her voice works for the character at times. So yeah, I mean, Sheldon Cooper, basically you have Jim Parsons portraying Sheldon Cooper again, just in a different variation. And I thought that was pretty funny. I mean, still, you know, because Sheldon Cooper, he doesn't really like to dance that much. He's kind of an introvert at the beginning of the Big Bang Theory series, and he does come out a bit more, very slowly, if I do say so myself, very slowly, but he does come to care for other people by, what are we, season 7 of Big Bang Theory or whatever. I watch the show, I just don't watch it continuously, you know what I mean? I just want to watch the reruns sometimes or whatever, or season 5, whatever. So yeah, it's pretty funny in my opinion sometimes. Jim Parsons, he's actually a pretty decent voice actor. There are times where where the voice doesn't fit the character, as I said before, again with Rihanna, but overall it's actually some pretty decent voice acting. The script is actually it's decent for what it is. It does have some terrible lines, again as I said before. I put my hands in the air and I just do not care. That was a terrible line in my opinion, even in the trailers. I thought that was a terrible line, and it is probably one of the worst lines I've ever heard in movie history. But aside from that, it actually does have some pretty decent dialogue, pretty decent writing throughout the whole movie, in my opinion. The plot is a little bit far-fetched at times, but overall it's still a pretty decent movie. Overall, it's a pretty decent movie. Will be nominated for best for in the Oscars. Will be nominated for best animated feature, probably because up until now, I think the only other animated movie we've had this year is the SpongeBob movie. So I think this may be nominated for best animated movie, but that's again because we really don't get that much animated movies when you come to think of it. Yeah, but I mean we have the SpongeBob movie that already came out. But then in the future, later this year, we're gonna have The Good Dinosaur, I believe, and we're gonna have Inside Out, for sure. And I feel like I'm missing one more movie. I don't know, but whatever. So overall, it's pretty. Overall, it's a pretty decent movie. Sorry, it's a pretty decent movie. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I give it a 6 out of 10 against decent movie. So yeah, that's basically my review for Home. For Home, 6 out of 10, and yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below on your thoughts on the movie. Have you seen it? If not, why not? And if you have, what are your thoughts on it? Comment all that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.